Fully on deck, you heard? Yeah. Page follow me outside. Let's go. Yeah. 10 times 10, 10 times out of 10. And it's bad back to black. And he blind out there. All the dress to the fam. I'm the vibes and the kids. Yeah. Walking out the barbershop. The bullshit is gas. Page follow me outside. Let's go. She don't know it yet. She got back in a pretty smile. She don't play with your emotions. Now you roaches. Like a girl, they gonna go for. Got them broken. They got tendencies to talk big. So you don't hear them. But tendencies on both wrists. Rings both hands. Know the truth from this over it. Y'all understand that to me, you niggas soda cans and the grand cans. And hear our prayer, please, Lord, whenever we pray. Yeah. Page probably we outside. What's good, y'all? Peace be my peoples. Y'all know how we do here. This is how we get it started. This is how we get it popping. First things first, screaming from the streets out on all platforms. Please support the OG, y'all. You heard? The new logo, wherever you see it at, please like, share, subscribe, all that. Page-5-Lit.com. We up and running. We've been up and running for a while. Y'all can cop the book on there. There's a couple of things you can purchase. We're gonna have some more things too, some more items for the for the people. But other than that, it's a great day. We're alive. We's alive. You heard? Yeah. Let's act like it and live like it and be like it. You know what I mean? Because, technically, all we really got is what we know right now. Remember two things we can't do nothing about. It's yesterday and tomorrow. So we're going to focus on the day. All right? Well, that's what we're doing. We get straight to it. The OG, and, we don't come here to play. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. All right? I want to say this because, like I said, a lot of these things come from out of my crowd. I don't just get on here and just be chatting and all that. We gonna work on some things today. All right, remember what you doing. Hit the like button. Yo, share the live, y'all. Word up. Share the live. Let them come in here and get some of this work. Word up. For real. Share the live. Listen. In real life, a man will get a wife up out of Wendy's. I know, yeah, that's all right. Ride with me. In real life, men will get a woman out of Wendy's. So you can't really say, is he saving her? That whole narrative of if she needs saving, if he's saving her, to a man, that's irrelevant. We don't care what your job and your career is when we decide that we want you to be our woman. You understand? Now, it's the whole thing to this. Men marry who they want. Women marry who they can. I'm going to break that down a little bit. Ride with the OG, all right? I'm going to break that down a little bit now. What I mean is you can't change the way you see shit. But if you change your perspective, because see, wherever she came from, decision is the decision that you make is she gonna ride with you? You understand what I'm saying? It's not about, listen, man, stop thinking about, she needs saving. That's not what it is. If this chick fits you like a lock and key, then y'all rocking. It ain't about no saving. Listen, when you decide for a woman to be your woman, her job ain't got a damn thing to do with it. If she got a career, cool. We live there. But that's not what we base nothing on. Let's start there. All right, let's start there. Now, if you change the way you think, if you tweak the way you look at it, because that's why y'all striking out. I told you, if you meet a person, if you tweak them a little bit, that little bit of extra energy that you gave them will mold them into something better. But in that, you got to get to know somebody. You got to get to learn people. You understand? Period, point blank. All this old fly by night, you know, a few months y'all gone, you ain't got to know nobody, but you steady catching bodies after bodies. And you steady bumping your head up against a brick wall. So ride with me. All right, you got a science to this. Now, your perception is all messed up. You're seeing shit for worse than it really actually is. You see what I'm saying? Some of this shit you kind of got to let play out because you don't know the outcome. Stop thinking you can see what's coming. You can't. You can't. But some things you need to put your mind to a little bit more. Now, stop making a situation heavier than it has to be. Let's start there, all right? Now, how you respond to the bullshit is what will define you, and it will be remembered forever, all right? Those moments, those impulse decisions, they change your life. They ruin people's lives. One, I got it. Okay, she violated. You called her giving a golf cart 3,000 to a dude, right? In that moment, life is asking you, and who are you in that moment? And it's a lot of that going on out here in 2026. It's a lot of people getting caught up in the mix because they just didn't care and they was being selfish and they just did it and said, forget it. They knew it was a possibility of being caught. For some reason, they get a rush from that and they do it anyway, and bad things happen. Now, in that moment, you caught old girl doing what she do. You got only two things you can do. You can say, oh shit, she violated. You can get in revenge mode. Or you can say, okay, now she his problem. Keep it player. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to spite you. I'm going to get 5 just like you. Period. All right? You know, straight up and down. Ain't nobody even finna, you know. But that's the thing. You can do something else. She was not yours. It was just your turn. That statement need to really be relished and said out loud to a lot of people. Because there's too much action happening because people ain't getting along. There's too much action happening because people, yeah, they done bumped heads. There's too much action and too much time being taken out of lives because of impulse decision, because a person wouldn't think. This is why we have these kind of conversations here, all right? Now, I'm going to say this, and I say this, I'm going to say keep it player, because how many times your ass knocked off another nigga's girl? Respect the jokes when it come to the box, because you did it too. Okay, y'all got caught up. He don't know you, just like that nigga didn't know you. Just like you didn't know that nigga that you caught up with. Let's start there, all right? Now, I'm going to say this. Don't kill the player when you also playing the game, all right? Don't sit up and act like you were some kind of innocent person. No, you've been running around here slanging and doing all kind of shit. Yeah, you've been bumping uglies all the time. And then as soon as it come back to hit you with your home, now all hell got to break loose. The whole world got to end and just blow up. Nah. Don't kill the player when you also play the game. All right? Respect the jokes of the box. Caught you lacking and hit your joint. Yeah, it happens. But don't nobody need to die over the box. There's too much of that. That's why I'm having this conversation, because somebody got to tell it to you. If you wasn't born with it, it ain't yours. I don't care how much money you spent. That woman can get up and go that way, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Gangster, straight up and down. Real talk. All right? You done spent money on her to get her body did, and all she did was attract somebody else that she really wanted. Do you kill her over that? Do you unalive her? No, you do not. No, you do not. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to spite you. I'm going to get 5 just like you. That's what you're going to do. Why would you do a day in jail for somebody who feel like that about you? Don't go to jail for that $3 ass chick. Gangster. Word up. For real. You know? Okay, now. They always ask, and this leads me to this, they always ask, who cheats more, men or women? The question is, who cheats more, men or women? That's the question. Well, I'm coming to answer that. Women. You know why? Because a man can't cheat unless he got a green light. The women ain't getting raped out here, okay? They fully cooperative to the situations. And the man is going to take advantage of every golden moment he got. But the men can't cheat unless the woman green light them. So the men cheating is at an all-time high, but the women are green light them, so the women are number one. A man can't cheat unless she say so. Unless she, yeah. That in real life. In real life, okay? A man will oblige every green light moment a chick let him have. She let a nigga rock. You heard? You heard? Because I mean, at the end of the day, we're adults and there's certain ways we have to look at things, you know. So we try to have these kind of conversations. So I'm gonna say this: how can you hold a standard that you don't follow? Remember what I said. Don't kill a player when you also play the game. So how can you hold a standard, hold somebody to a standard, and you don't follow? Because eventually it's gonna come to light that those standards, you don't share the same standards. It's gonna come to light. That's your person. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you have some type of understanding with. So yeah, it's gonna come to light. You know, now in that, we're gonna wrap it. In that, you clearly being a hypocrite. We'll get that. We get that because we've all have done that. We've all have done that. It's just that in those moments, it don't need to lead to violence, and it's not the end of the world because we all have done it. But some things you can just let go, just break up and go your way. You know what I mean? But back to the science. The science that is, why did you be a hypocrite to the situation? Why was you trying to take advantage and some type of control of the situation? Why did you need that in your life when in fact you was doing what you was doing over here? But you got this person thinking you fought right and on it, and you're really not. You're setting the standard that you're marriage material, but you're really not. And the question now is, how long can you pull that off? How long before she can see through the nonsense? You hear me? Because a lot of dudes run around, you know. I mean, think about it. You meet a person, they say all the right things, they got all the right answers. Charm is on 100. Yeah. Some player ass motherfuckers. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. That don't mean they hold niche to getting chicks is appearing as if they're ready to get married. You know. And you might possibly be the one. You understand what I'm saying? You know. He go to church and all that. Yeah. He got a good job, he handsome, well spoken, and he's single. And he gonna stay single. And his whole play is he's ready to get married and he's looking for the one. And could you be that possible marriage material? So he's milking that along the way. Yeah, scammers come in all shapes, forms, and sizes. They everywhere. Yeah, they everywhere. You understand me? Now, I say that because when you do those kind of things, it's because when you have when I say you've been hypocritical to the situation, you're setting a standard with this person that you and this person have a certain way of life that y'all trying to live, but you're not trying to live that type of life. So you're doing that to take advantage or control of the situation because they make it better for you. Okay, let's keep it 100. You know, and that makes it better for you. But at the end of the day, why would you box them up like that and your ass is open like a 7-Eleven? It's going to come out. On both sides, whichever way it comes, it's gonna come out. And when it come, I don't want it to lead to violence. I don't want it to lead to a whole bunch of nonsense. When in fact, you know you ain't have no good intentions, no way. You know you got a little strawberry across town. You gonna keep on going back over there to see her. Yeah. And I told y'all, sometime when a nigga lie, it's to save your feelings. Dead ass. Real talk. Sometime when a nigga tell you a whole bold-faced lie, it's because that man have enough love for you to not break your heart. That's a real thing. All right. Let's keep it going. Stop doing what you can't take. Because when you're running around on your ones and twos and you on some old monkey business shit, it's gonna come back to haunt you. See, Karma's running around here gunning niggas down daily. Yeah, she's banging on niggas' doors, she's showing up. You're gonna get your turn. You understand what I'm saying? It's just that when you do, everybody don't need to die. The whole world don't need to blow up when you get some of that shit, that hypocritical shit you've been living right back in your lap. I'm just saying. All right? What has been shall be again. You're going to get your turn. All right? When they do, I want you to stay cool, calm, and collected. Don't throw your whole life away because you got played out in the moment the way you've been playing out people for years. And even if it wasn't dead to right, you might be guilty of the moment for some other shit you did because karma worked like that. You got away with it 4 more times before karma came to see you. Type shit. Yeah. She worked like that. She's complicated sometimes, you know. But one thing she keeps simple. She's coming. All right? Now, yes, people out here doing dirt, and when it gets done back to them, now they want to kill everything. We're going to knock it off with that. We're going to start there. Now, but I'm going to say this. In those moments, the rest of your life cannot be determined by this $3 ass chick over here. You heard me? All this old $3 ass. Yeah. Yeah, for real. Now, I understand you call her doing this, but let's be for real. In most of them cases, you knew she wasn't about that much, no way. Let's be for real, man. You know. A lot of y'all with a chick right now because you can be. You ain't really got no other options. You ain't really stable enough to really make another play. So you dealing with who you dealing with, you know. And y'all ain't at the best of odds. Y'all ain't all that. Y'all know y'all just together just to be together because you know y'all made life a little easier being together. But y'all not in love with each other and shit like that. Yeah. So some old weirdo Jerry Springer shit is bound to happen because y'all not like that. Life got y'all together, but y'all don't really want to be together. And I said it again. I said it last time. I said it again. You don't have to wait till shit hit the fan to make another move. You don't have to, but I'm gonna tell you something. If you're scared, the only thing to beat that is action. We're gonna get into that later. All right. Now, I'm gonna say this again. You came in there and you caught old girl giving old boy the golf ball 3,000. In the moment, somebody need to hear this. That situation ain't worth 20 years from you. All right. I know they played you, and I know in the moment it hurt. But let's be for real, you ain't love her like that. You knew you was disattached to her. That's why she done that. You understand? But you don't got 20 years to give over her. That's why I'm saying there's too much of that shit going on. So I gotta tell it to you straight, man. OG gonna tell it to you. I'm tired of that. I want you to take 2 steps back and think. I'm not giving my way of life for this bird. I'm not giving my way of life for this bum. Yeah. Those things, you have to say it out loud. All right? Because 7 seconds of that bullshit will be the rest of your life. All right? Let's keep it going. Because when you say it out loud, it sounds kind of crazy. Old boy kicked the door in, called over the old boy. He underlined both of them. Now ain't got to do 30 years. You know, because when he went in there the first time, he didn't have it. He didn't have the hammer on him. He went and got it and came back. That's 30 years. Over this $3 chick and this $5 nigga. You dig what I'm saying? There's too much of that going on. Stop throwing your life away for somebody you were just supposed to be with for a moment. These are not your people forever with. Okay? You understand that? All right? Them 4 minutes it cost you 20 plus years acting all stupid. OG ain't gonna tell you no lies. Now I'm gonna say some of these people, they was loose change and they was way outside, and you kind of knew that because you was outside too. So how you gonna get mad because that person running around giving you the same energy you give them? Stop acting like that shit ain't real. That shit is real. All right? But I'm gonna say this. I got to say this, y'all. You know, your life is not spitting the bucket. It's worth more than that. Stop getting caught up in these fucking moments and throwing your life away. To have a motherfucking YouTube special on you. Fuck out of here with that. All right? Word up. Throwing life away over moments you can handle these things differently. If this happens to happen to you, you can deal with it a little differently. You seen shit on the news. You seen the shit on the net. Yeah. Don't go out like the suckers you see. Because suckers sit in sucker seats. When you're a clown, you sit in the clown seat. All right? Stupid is and stupid does. And sometimes it don't pay to be stupid. All right? Old boy was in the car, just driving. He got 30 years. He was broke. He won a couple dollars. But along the way, somebody got murdered in what they was trying to do, and now he got 30 years, and he was just driving. Okay? Life will throw your ass a curve. Keep your head together. All right? Let's go. Let's keep this going. And don't forget, it wasn't your turn. It was just your turn. It wasn't for you. Now, let's keep the lessons going, man. They say in life, when your fear ends, they say life begins when your fear ends, right? It's a whole Methodist. You know I got a lesson for this. They say life begins when your fear ends. Now, fear goes away once you take action. Nothing beats failure but a try, right? A lot of the things you're scared of, the only thing they can say is no. And so you're going to have to, to eliminate that fear, you're going to have to take action, period. See, I don't know why you didn't make that move you needed to make. I don't know why you didn't make that call. I don't know why you didn't reach out to them people. I don't know if it's for fear of being rejected, fear of hearing the word no, or fear of not being able to meet their qualifications. You don't know that until you make that move. You gotta make the move. All right? You've been subconsciously talking yourself out of it. That's why I'm having this conversation with you. You're overthinking every motherfucking thing. I told you, 20 minutes of action beats 2 weeks of thinking. All right? That's a real thing, and I want you to do more of that going forward. Real talk. Okay? Now, when I said nothing beats a failure but to try, I want you to stop limiting yourself and be proud of every scar you ever made, you ever had. You were battle fucking tested. Yeah. You ready for the battles. And at this point, you know how to win the fucking war. Okay? You're not robbing banks and shit. Okay? You're not out here strong arming old ladies. That's not what the hell we talking about. We talking about that battle with civilization to progress as a civilized person. Okay? That's what we talking about here. We ain't talking about gunslinging and shit. No, we not. Okay, because when you want to act like an animal, they're gonna put you in a cage. That's real fucking life. All right. Now, a lot of these times, a lot of these battles we talking about, they really you battle tested, but a lot of the things that you gotta accomplish is light work to what you've been through. Them scars you got and shit. This ain't the shit you gotta do now. Ain't none of that. This ain't none of that. Real talk. I need you to see it a little bit different. Tweak the way you think of things. Tweak the way you look at things. You understand me? And that's how that's gonna work. Straight up and down. Let's start there. Now, if you don't, see, I say that because if you don't take control of the fear with action, the fear will take control of you and start to consume you. Now, you would just be a scared ass nigga all your life. For real. All right? You can't hit a home run if you don't swing at it. All right? For real. That's my word. Take control of your life because that shit will stop you from going anywhere. All right? They're being fair. A lot of y'all said, I ain't scared of nothing. But subconsciously, you have moves to make that you haven't made them yet. Yeah. You got a couple of things you need to take care of, but you haven't done it yet. We don't know why. But I'm going to blame it on your subconscious and bring it to the forefront. Make the call, make the move, reach out. Your life ain't going to change until you decide to do something about changing it. Stop thinking all the fucking time. All right? Now, keeping the lessons going here, you heard? Just going to keep it moving. We ain't finna get into all that other shit, you heard? Check it, right? Salute to everyone in the chat. What's good, Capital? What's good? Terrion, what's good? Day, what's good? Yo, what's up? What's up, Twitch? Yeah, man. You know how that go. Blessing, y'all. What's up, man? DJ Jerry D, what's good, my boy? What's poppin', my man? It's my man. I go back 30 years with him. What's good, my man? It's quiet. Adorable, what's good? Jameer, John, what's good? Shakur, what's good? The Christian Brat. I just had to make some shout outs. Let me see what. I'm here to work. I'm asking these dudes on to my son. That's what's up, Captain. I appreciate that, man. You heard me? That's all we had to do, Bill. Let's get right back to it. You heard? Listen. Now, I get a lot of questions in the chat, on growth and development, health and wellness, mental health and things like that. But one thing I wanted to address today, this is what we're talking about, real shit over here. These are a couple of ways to get your respect back to you. See, a lot of us that went through some things, and when the smoke cleared, we was on the wrong side of shit. Yeah. We was on the same page as the victims. Hurt, confused, yeah, angry, all that. And guess what? What happened happened.
Somebody said I'm hating on your kids. They said I'm hating on your kids. They get you
24/7. So and it's hurting you, and you might have lost a little bit of respect in the last relationship, at your last job, in your last friendships, a lot, even in your family. Those things might have happened. So I got a couple of tutorial on how to earn your respect back to you. All right? We're going to talk about that right now. All right? If you get lost, throw it in the chat. Okay? The first thing to do is stop saying it's okay when it's not. Stand on business. As soon as things ain't the way you need them to be, speak up. Be heard. Closed mouths don't get fed. How the hell is supposed to know what you going through or where you stand if you don't speak on it? Gangster. Okay? It's not okay. Say that and mean that. We're going to start there. We're talking about ways to get your self-respect back to you. Ride with the OG. The first one is stop saying it's okay when it's not. Stand on business. Number two, don't stay where you feel like you're an option. We're talking about ways to earn your respect back to yourself. Stop going around people who only with you because you're the only one available. Type shit, yeah. Nobody else available, so they got to say, okay, come on. Yeah. Stop being in those type of environments. Okay? Stop. That's the first thing. That's the second thing. Don't stay where you feel. You have to stand up for your self-respect. Stop taking half-ass effort from anybody. But remember, you might be a person that give out half-ass effort. Okay, so don't just charge them with giving you half-ass effort when in fact you've been giving half-ass effort to your relationship and with the situation too. Keep that in mind, all right? These are ways to garnish back your self-respect to yourself. All right, write them down. Gangster. Now, in that, when I say be mindful that it might because you gave half-ass effort, that means face your faults. As an adult, say them out loud in the mirror and accept them things and change them because you can, because you control you. Okay, we're going to start there. All right? These are ways to get your self-respect back to you. Okay? Let's keep it going. Learn and make an effort to say no. If you can't say no to people, will always cross your line. Remember, it's a word adults use. Get comfortable with it. Okay? Stop worrying about hurting their fucking feelings. For real. No don't mean I don't love you. No don't mean we got beef. No means I can't accommodate the request you just made, and that's all. That's all it means. Don't put no more into that. Okay? It's the perception that you give out. Okay? No, it's not a very important word. It's just needed at the moment. That's all. Okay? It gives clarity to the relationship and tells you exactly where you stand. You have to stand on. And the person that can't accept no is a child. Okay? Now, the next one. These are ways to garnish your self-respect back to you, for you. All right? How can you be happy when you feel disrespected to yourself and you can't get past the fact that you got disrespected in those moments and now you walking around carrying that shit around, looking at the ground and shit, always looking sad and like you've been suicidal. Yeah, I need you to get your fucking respect back. So I'm putting this together. Play this shit back on the live tomorrow and catch all of them. We're going to keep it going. Number 4, stop apologizing for having needs. You need what you need like everybody else. Why you got to apologize for telling your person what you need from them? That ain't asking too much. And if that's a problem, then you're asking the wrong person. Do you understand? You don't have to be asking. Listen, one of the ways to earn a self-respect back is stop apologizing because you need shit from this person. All right? Now, if that's a problem, you might be needing it from the wrong person. And after a while, you're going to have to consider that. You understand? That's all it is. Now, okay, with that, if this love is not being reciprocated, what y'all doing? You heard? If you care enough, make a better effort on both ends. Because I don't know where you at in that little scenario. Make a better effort and solve the shit. Love takes a long time to come back around. If you know someone that's ever been in love and they lost it, ask them how long it took them to find it again. And I ain't talking about just having sex and running around popping. No. When I eat, I'm talking about that kind of love. When I eat, you eat. When I sleep, you sleep. When I shop, you shop. I want to be responsible for every smile you give today. I want to believe in your wildest dreams. That kind of love don't come that often. Now, if you got something that's close to that, make a better effort. Because the last 2 relationships you had wasn't about shit. You forgot. Yeah, oh boy, wasn't shit. But now you got a nigga that love your wildest dreams. He love you even when your motherfucking tracks is fucked up. He still love you. You heard me? Yeah. Let's start there. Let's start there. You understand me now? And I gotta say this because I got, I had a lot of sisters growing up, I still got a lot of sisters, yeah. And this is what I would say to them. This is what a brother would say to his sisters. Anyone that makes you question your worth need to be left right where the hell they are standing. Especially when you have been performing in life with this person. If you've been dutiful to this person and they don't see anything of your worth, you're with the wrong person. Because at this point, if that's the way they see you, why the hell are they still with you? Exactly. Address what you need to address. All right? Because they blocking the door for somebody who really want to love you the right way. That's a real thing. Straight up and down, it's a real thing. Now, when I say that, in order for a relationship to grow, you have to bring clarity. Okay? In order for a relationship to grow, it has to have clarity. Okay? That's one. But it's going to be doomed if it's full of confusion. That's a real thing. If the relationship has a bunch of confusion, a bunch of question marks, yeah, unanswered things going on, the relationship is doomed. But clarity lets you know what you need from each other to move forward. What your understanding of being together is like. It's different for everybody. You know, he, he don't want his woman taking out the garbage, and she don't want him cleaning her bathroom. Example, it's just different things that people learn about each other and decide, well, this is my role in our relationship, and this is her role. Yeah, we agree upon these things, no matter what the internet say and feminists and all that bullshit. Teamwork makes the dream work. Remember that, Jason. Okay, now, because I'm gonna say this: bad mouthing a person in the relationship is not going to make the relationship better. All right, let's get on that right now. That's not going to work. Bad mouthing the relationship is not going to make the relationship better. All right, so knock it off and all that. When you save dignity, you save the love. You understand what I just said? You this person's person wherever you at. And if you can keep the dignity into your relationship, the love will never leave. But once you start embarrassing niggas and calling niggas out in public and acting unbecoming of yourself, then that's not love. You can't bounce back from that. You understand? So if you save the dignity when y'all mad, y'all can get right back to that love. You know, straight with that. Yeah. OG, and I'm gonna say this right now off the rip. I'm gonna say this twice because I need you to understand it. Let people misunderstand you. Be fine with somebody misunderstanding you. Ride with the G. It's a whole science to that, all right? When I say that, I say respect you enough to stop chasing and trying to understand somebody who's not trying to see what it is you're trying to get them the understanding of. Stop explaining your stance of who you are to people, especially when they really not trying to hear that shit. You understand me? You know what happens sometimes? Sometimes you live a life to show people who you are, okay? And then they get to know you. And then one day they say, hey, this person really is who they say they are. This person really lives the way they say they do. And guess what? Now they don't like you. Because who the fuck you think you are being that better person in real life? Yo, look at what I'm doing. I'm trying to do something good for my people. And some people on here talking about who the fuck this nigga think he is to be running around trying to tell somebody what to do. Yeah, because I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me and whoever might need it. I don't know who that is. You understand me? I ask God to help me give something good to the world. That's all. You know, I raised 8 kids in my house. They all good looking, intelligent, well married. And they raised me here was if you're home, they'll feed you. If you cold, they'll keep you warm. Yeah. But they was raised by me. So if they gotta hurt you, they will. They gotta welcome back to the world. So yeah, it's hard being one of the conflict kids. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You know, but we're gonna keep it going. We ain't gonna get into that. We do that another time. But I'm gonna say this: don't be fine with somebody really not getting you. Who is them for you to be explaining your characteristics to them? Fuck out of here. If you don't get me, beat it. You don't like me, beat it. Word up. That's it. Be fine with that. You don't need everybody to fucking like you. You don't need everybody to understand you. For what? Because sometimes when they get that understanding, they don't like you even more. This nigga better than I thought he was. Yeah. And then they start trying to throw hate darts in your fucking back and all that. Everybody don't deserve to know the real you. You understand what I just said? Everybody is not worthy of the king you are. Because they don't have the energy to build it brick by brick. They don't. And that's the discipline that you're going for. You're only gonna get there if you leave those ignorant ass over there. As long as they stay over there with it, I'm good with it. Don't bring it in my sweat because I smile at you and yeah. Smack all the ivory out your jaw, yeah. Get your fronts knocked out, yeah. Because I love me. I told you, when I give respect, I'm giving the respect because I'm of a respectful nature. I didn't base the respect I give on anything that's about you. Fuck is you. I give because I'm of a respectful nature. Now, if you got a problem with their respect and you disrespect it in any kind of way, we can deal with that accordingly. I'll fight you to stab on a dime. And I demand their respect because that's what I give. I demand their kindness because that's what I give. If I don't get it, it's fine. Just don't be disrespectful against how I live. You understand? Kindness is free. And the kindness that I gave you is because I'm of a kind nature in general. I want everyone that meets me to say he's a kind person. I want everyone to say he's a very respectful person in my own right, not based on your corny ass. We'll talk. All right, let's get back to it. So don't be fine with somebody, don't spend explaining, trying to get somebody to understand how you think it. Fuck them. Don't be breaking down how you is to them so they can, for what? So they can like you? The more they get to know about you, the more they're going to shit on what they like about you because they ain't trying to like shit about you in the first place. Gangsters, straight up and down. All right? Now, choose people who choose you back. We talk about ways to get your self-respect back to you, inside of yourself. Choose people who choose you back. Okay? Be around people that care about you and that you care about. Those people need to respect the growth that you're trying to do too. Yeah. They've been knowing you for a couple of years now. They see which way you're trying to go with it. Do they respect the moves you've been making? Do they respect this new character that you're trying to be because you're trying to better and want to be a life? In order to be who you want to be, you got to be him. No days off. You want to be a better man, you be more kind, you be more respectful, you be more well-mannered. You say less, the less you say, the heavier the words. And every time you talk, you hear. Every time you talk, you hear. Every time you talk, you hear. When a man comes to greet you, you stand up and greet him face to face, man to man. Move with intent and purpose in this life. See, you twice a child, you only once a man. If you shall be lucky, you'll be a child again, but you're only a man once in this life. Be that man all the time. Grown ass man, no days off. It's a lonely place. You know why? Because every other man got a kingdom he got to run to. So ain't nobody got it. It's just you, dog. Salute. Now, I have to say this because I said choose people who choose you back. But you know, I always say, fuck with who fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Rock with who rock with you. You know, I always say that, but I'm gonna say this too, respectfully. A lot of new people that you met rock with you more than some of your day ones. I need you to take that into consideration moving forward. Because some of the new people that you met rock with you more than your day ones. See, sometimes your day ones refuse to accept your growth and development. So you got to lead them over there where they at. You know why? Because they weren't trying to get nowhere. They thought you and them was just gonna stay over there in the mud forever. Nah, you got somewhere to go, some things to do, someone to become. Your kids is waiting on you to turn into who the fuck you gonna be. You understand? This is why we having this kind of conversations. All right? You go to work to be, you go to work to finance your dreams and to take care of your responsibilities that we all have to do. I need you to know going to work is not a burden. Going to work is connecting the dots in your life. You know, looking like I'm going to slave for the white man. No, I'm going to work because I'm taking care of my business. It's all on how you perceive things, all right? Straight up and down. Now, I need you to know that you are of value at all motherfucking times. Okay? You are of value at all times. Never lie to yourself. Remind yourself that you have value. Now they say women are born with value because they can birth kids. But in life, in real life, a man has to earn his value. Because ain't no woman gonna come camp out with you till she feels safe and secure. So you're gonna have to build something for her to feel safe and secure. And that's how you earn your value. Doing the same thing every day for 30 fucking years. And they're not even gonna say thanks. It's the life of a man. Get used to it. Right? They ain't patting you on your back. Okay? They're not telling you they're proud of you. Tell it to yourself. Because that's what you got. You're your best teammate. You're your only fucking ally for real. Word up. This is how you get your respect back to you. Okay? God expects you to find happiness wherever He puts you at. That means get to it. I don't know what that is. You do though. You know exactly what that is. Real talk. But I'm gonna tell you what. God bless you. You only get out of something what you put in. Hey, yo, I ain't got no light in here. Are you serious? Yes, I do. Yo, throw it in the chat right quick, y'all. I'm coming right now. I'm coming right now, y'all. Saturday night, let's talk about it. I'm gonna address the chat real quick, you heard? What's up? I got some questions in here. Yeah, I know. I be on one, y'all. I know. Let's say, would you ever date a coworker? First of all, Carson 100-109. Carson asks, would I ever date a coworker? I just said, Carson, stick to the plan and not the move. The plan was to go down there and earn a living to take care of your life. Not to go down there knocking on coworkers, man. Because that's the quick way to get you fired. As soon as shit don't go left, your job is in jeopardy. Because you was thinking from the you was worried about boxing and all that. No, get them checks coming consistently and make your life make sense. That's what you do, Carson. Okay? You didn't get that job to go down there and knock off the little office whore. Yeah. You ain't gonna be the first one knocked off. All right? That ain't what you do. Stick to the plan and not the vibe, not the mood. I'm tired of that shit. Oh, it was a vibe. You lost your job. She pregnant. You don't even know her. Well, I told you about whores. Whores accept you for exactly who you are in the moment. They don't care your sneakers ran over. They don't care if you got no money. And it's just your turn. It don't take much to get them. All right? So don't set yourself up to be stuck with them. Be smart. Throw it in the chat, y'all. We'll talk about it. Let me see what else it is. Yeah, of course. Don't date no. Lavelle Reynolds was good. AK-47 was good. The Beast G was popping. Frank Mayo was good. Too Low Key was popping. Coco was good. Miss Joladine, he said, can you give me some advice on dealing with lust? Okay. Keyshawn Williams asked me, OG, can you give me some advice on dealing with lust? Dealing with lust is learning how to control your physical faction, my guy. You heard? That's what that is. You know. Let it build up in you, man. And then it'll give you more energy to actually go approach a woman. All right? Lust ain't nothing. Word up. Lust is exactly what it is. It don't lead to nothing. Anything you meet in lust ain't going nowhere. That's my word. Anything you meet when you're in lust goes nowhere. You mess around, have a baby by a chick you can't stand once you got to know her. But you know, you got to get to know her first. You were just sneaky linking and all that. And a lot of these kids came into the world because it was a sneaky link that went left. Yeah, that's a real thing. See, listen. When you're dealing with lust, man, you're letting you never let your emotions supersede your intelligence. Never be so smart that you stupid. All right? At the end of the day, when you finish, it's just lust. It holds no weight. I'm not gonna say it don't come in handy, but if you asking me about it, that means it's a problem. Put more quality thoughts in your fucking mind. All right? Change your thought process. Start thinking better. You should not be lusting all the fucking time. That's not an adult of you. If you don't learn to control it, then you're gonna become a pervert, my nigga. Dead ass. Learn to control that. Don't nobody want that. No. Because the people that really get to know you will know you're a perv ass nigga. You're doing too much. That's not a good thing ever. All right? Control you, man. That's all. Keep it civilized. All right? It's now, yeah, okay. Expert, no man. You're right. You're right. He said, how do you distinguish love from lust? First of all, love, lust, you just want to knock them off. Love, you want to actually take care of them. You want to nurture them. Yeah. You want to make them smile. You actually want to be responsible for making them happy. You understand what I'm saying? That type of shit, you know. That's love. You know, you have a platonic energy towards each other in a bond. Lust ain't got nothing to do with that. You just want to smash. That's all lust is. And if you don't know that, you got to mix the hell up, for real. Word up. I'm coming right there. You know, that's the good thing about that. Metaway, what's good? Oh yeah, I was just talking to you about that. Yeah, man, because you gotta think about it. You don't put nothing into lust. You put a lot into love. Think about it. Practical thinking, man. Use your brain. Stop thinking from Use your brain, yeah. You don't put nothing into to accomplish the lust. But love, you have to apply yourself for. All right. And when it's love, the things that apply to love come easy. All right. Straight up and down. Lavetta was good. M was good. Dante was good. What's up, Sugar Pop? What's poppin'? Jordy O's was good. Bradley James. Yo, I'm 16. My girl want me to be more strict on her. On what she do. You 16. Why you even got a girl? Take your ass to school and learn something, man. You can't play house at 16, bro. It don't never turn out good. You heard me? That's my word. All your hair gonna fall out. It's gonna be all kind of shit going on, man. You don't need it. You don't need none of that, bro. Not at all. You 16. Be a kid. Think about it. You're older way longer than you are young. Okay? Once you get 21, you spend the next 40 years being an older person. So, and in life, you learn, and then you earn, and then you return. You're in the learning stage. You're not built to have a girlfriend, for real.
Not one with those requirements.
Hey, yo, man, boyfriend, girlfriend thing is different. She's talking about being more strict on her. Why? You're not a father. And you don't have, and you're 16. You shouldn't be governing anyone but you.
That supposed to be go to the movies.
Yeah, man, go back to your life.
Yeah, like regular. And
I'm gonna say this:
regular 16-year-olds.
Take your ass to college, a trade school, a secondary school, something. Learn something so you can get a real check. You don't want to work 3 jobs getting bullshit money. You want one job that pays you well enough to sustain your life. That means you got to know some shit. Apply yourself. Word up. Period. That's how we go here. Take another question up out of here, man. Vincent, what's good, man? Vincent say, don't shit when you eat. Tell him, man. OG talking to you. Yeah, man, you know what we do over here. You know. I just want to say this, no matter what it look like, we're in an environment where you have to halfway believe you won before you play the game. All right? So what that means is, because if you don't, the first 2 or 3 obstacles you run into, you're going to sideline yourself. So I need you to know that you already won before you play the game. You know why? Because you're healthy and you get into it. So you halfway there. That's the way you're going to have to look at it. Say it out loud. Manifest some energies to you. Okay? Throw me some questions in the chat. We're going to address them Monday. We're going to do questions out the chat Monday at 9 o'clock. We're going to talk about whatever the chat want to talk about. We're going to address some things, you know. Like I said, everybody don't have the answers, but if we come together, y'all, we can do that. You know, I know you did a lot, but we having real conversations over here, and I appreciate all y'all for coming. You heard me? We're going to be right back here Monday, 9 o'clock, doing the same thing. Getting shit done, trying to be better than we was yesterday so we can be better tomorrow. All right? Page-5-Lit, we outside. Yo, Shakur, can I get my theme song, son?
Yeah. You would think I'm standing outside, I'm going in. Jumping out the gym while they calling on the lower rim. Graduation days, I was coming for the story then. Blessings rain, then pouring in. Keep on in, keep it up, send it up, tear it up. It's a must, it's a must. After that, the car is a hers. Show 'em how you get a billion in the clutch. We gon' run it up, but we ain't in a rush. We don't skip, we ain't dreaming big enough. Took it worldwide, like I said, I wasn't chump. Know I did it all when it's all said and done. Set it up, set it up, set it up, set it up. It's a must, it's a must. 10 times 10, 10 times out of 10. And it's fast, that's a black, they be quiet out again. All the press to the fam, I'm advising again. If you walking out the barber shop, the lane was again. No, they can't avoid this. They don't want to go against. From the south side, with me, this is still a noise, bitch. All the ass in the speak around, she don't know it yet. She got that in a pretty style, shorty boy. She gon' play with your emotions, how you broke in. Like a girl, they going broke on, got a broke in. Tendencies to talk big, see, don't end. Opportunities on both breast rings, both hands on the truth from the sobering. Y'all understand that to me, you niggas soda cans and the grand can.
Yeah, that's Kanye. You know how that nigga do. You know how he do, y'all. You heard me? Page-5-Lit, we outside. Yo, thank you for showing up, y'all. You heard me Monday night. We gonna get back to it, you heard? Peace.
Back at it Monday night.